Hi, this is Brandon from Watches on You. Today we're taking a look at the Oris Artix GT Skeleton. Now before I start this review, I want to remind you that we're here at Continental Diamond in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, who is an authorized retailer of Oris watches and many other premium brands. So let's get started with the rest of this review. So as I said, this is the Oris Artix GT Skeleton, and as you can tell, it has a skeletonized movement. Now, the movement is probably going to be the main focus of this video, as it's pretty much the most significant part of this watch. But it should be noted that this watch, the Artix collection, comes in non-skeletonized versions as well, and there's also a chronograph version. So if you're interested in the design but you don't really care about the skeleton movement, you can check those out. With regards to the movement, it's got a skeletonized movement that's based on the SW200 Sellita movement. It has a 38-hour power reserve, which is kind of low. I like to see power reserves that are 48 hours and above just because it's 2 days. But it is automatic, so if you're going to daily wear this watch, that shouldn't be that much of an issue. Now, one thing I don't really like about the movement on this watch is that it's not really finished. There's just kind of black components. Now, it does look very high quality. It looks much better than the Tissot version, and I think that's honestly because you can see a lot more of the gears on this watch. And one other feature about this piece that's interesting, that's actually meant to obviously protect the movement, is the fact that it has a 100-meter water resistance. That is pretty impressive for a kind of dressier piece like this, and I really like it. So moving on to the strap and the bracelet on this watch, or the strap and the clasp, it's got kind of an Omega Seamaster style deployant clasp. It's very high quality. I really love to compare Oris finishing to Omega because they're very analogous with regards to kind of style of the finishing and quality. So it's very impressive in that regard. And this strap is very, very soft. It honestly reminds me of the leather in a Rolls Royce. I mean, it is so soft. So this is a really high quality watch. It's definitely a cut above the kind of Tissot skeleton that I believe we've reviewed on the channel. If not, we will be shortly. But I really love this piece. The dome sapphire crystal can get a bit annoying because it tends to reflect a lot of light. As you can see in the camera, it's kind of difficult to keep that off. But I really love how you can see pretty much all the components of the movement. I think it's fantastic. And especially for someone who's just really interested in the mechanics of a watch movement, this is the perfect watch for you. So now I'll try it on for a wrist shot, and this watch has a 42 millimeter size, which it's not too big or too small. It would look good on pretty much anyone's wrist, so that's one thing to consider. I would say it does wear more like a 43, just because for some reason the dial makes it look like that, so keep that in mind. So if you like this video, please remember to subscribe and share. Remember, at Continental Diamond in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Also remember to check out our channel store, as it does support the channel, as we earn a small commission from anything purchased on there. I'll be leaving a link in the description. Thanks for watching.